Chance Meeting. Written by S.C Lewis. Narrated by Salinas. Chapter 1. James, 21, stood next to his parents in the crowd and cheered along with everyone else as he saw his elder sister Gina kiss her new spouse. Gina and Keith had been together for nearly 2 years when he proposed, and she was so in love with him that she automatically said yes. He groaned and collapsed in his chair as he saw them turn to face the crowd. He didn't get it. Love and passion were all around him. His parents had been married for nearly 40 years and still left early once a week to do whatever they wanted. This year was his grandparents' 65th wedding anniversary, and they were still as fascinated with one another as the day they met. Everyone, aunts and uncles, cousins, appeared to have discovered the one person they intended to spend the rest of their lives with. And now, his sister had discovered her love as well. He brushed his shoulder-length, wheat-colored hair with his palm. What was the matter with him? He didn't consider himself to be unattractive. He believed he had a terrific physique at 6 foot and roughly 150 pounds. He maintained his hair tidy even though it was long. And he had a lovely goatee. And his icy blue eyes? Well, he had females in high school tell him that when he stared at them, it was like he could see into their souls. He rose with the others and followed the bride and groom as they made their way to the reception. But his thoughts remained inside. Maybe that was his issue. He wasn't interested in females. He'd never been. He dated in high school because he thought it was a thing to do, but he never got beyond first base with any of them. He tried kissing, embracing, and even caressing them, but there was no spark. When he kissed his fiancée, he felt like he was kissing his sister most of the time. The females permanently terminated things after a while, and by the time he graduated, he was deemed a loser since none of the girls in school would date him anymore. But that didn't worry him since he wasn't interested in females. He discovered that males push his buttons early on, but he was still a virgin because he was too humiliated to go into a gay club. James ate the dinner and smiled as his sister and new brother-in-law performed everything you do when you're in love, but his heart wasn't in it. He despised seeing everyone else happy while he was depressed. When the dance began, he went to the hotel's balcony and lit a cigarette, inhaling the smoke and feeling his body relax. His parents disapproved of his smoking, and he was trying hard to stop, but he reasoned that because he didn't drink or take drugs, he should have at least one vice in life. Of course, he avoided doing it before his family whenever possible. It was safer. He walked away from the entrance and went to the lake, where he merely peered into the calm water. He could still hear the music, but it was a distant echo, and he could shut it out for the most part. He exhaled, taking another draw and watching the moon reverberate off the sea. Was it feasible for males who loved boys to fall in love and have a romantic relationship? Or was it something that only heterosexual people discovered? He was starting to have serious doubts. "Hey, do you have another one of them lying around?" a loud voice murmured from behind his right shoulder. As James turned around, he leaped and tossed the remainder of his cigarette into the water. He looked into the man's night blue eyes, which crinkled as he attempted not to grin. "I apologize. I didn't want to shock you." He spoke with a subtle...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?